So we have started Unit 5 interfacing of some input-output devices with a microcontroller. First type of interfacing is completed, that is keypad interfacing. We have written the program in assembly language and simulated using Keil software, and we generated a hex file. The hex file downloaded on the 8051 microcontroller using Proteus software, and we have verified that concept also. Next, display interfacing with the microcontroller. Second interfacing, display interfacing with microcontroller. First one we'll discuss LCD interfacing with 8051 microcontroller. So I'm considering 16 cross 2 LCD module. 16 cross 2 LCD module. So that LCD module directly available in the market. Different companies are providing 16 cross 2 LCD module. You can get that particular LCD. I'll show you how it look like. Okay, it look like this. The LCD screen. It is available as a discrete module. You can order it and get it this LCD display. Right. So before making the connection between a microcontroller and this LCD display, let us understand what are the pins are available in this LCD display. Okay. Particularly, it has two registers, two internal registers. Data register, instruction register. Instruction register is used for storing the information like to turn on this LCD, to clear all the information, or move on the cursor. Like there's some instruction. We can give some instruction to this LCD display. For those kind of information, to handle those kind of information, instruction registers are there, and one more register called as data register. Data register, so whatever data we are transmitting, that is ASCII value for each and every letters or numbers, whatever we are sending, that will be processed with the help of data register. Okay, this is very important. Register selection. So how to select data register, instruction register? RS equal to 0 instruction register, RS equal to 1 data register. So while writing programming, we should take care of this. Okay, 0 for giving instruction to the LCD display, 1 for transmitting data from microcontroller to LCD display. Ground, and then a VCC and V. Okay, read slash write bar. Anyway, LCD is an output device. We are going to write some information on that. So read slash write bar, it should be 0, right? It should be 0. Then only your write operation will be selected. So 0. Okay, this pin must be 0 for writing data. Next, enable. To enable this entire LCD module, the enable should be, actually enable should be, okay, this pin particularly high to low. We have to do the edge triggering like this. Each and every time whenever we are transmitting some ASCII value to the display, we have to make this particular pin 1 to 0. Okay, please remember this. And then 8 data lines for carrying the data. So all the decimal value and characters, alphabets, everything transformed in the form of ASCII value, equivalent 8-bit binary. Those 8-bit binary value only sent to this data lines of LCD display. Okay, and then ground backpanel. These are some basic information in LCD display. So once we connect this LCD display with 8051 microcontroller, we have to take care of all this. This read and write bar should be 0. Whenever you are instructing the display, that time it should be 1. Whenever we are transmitting the data, the RS should be 0. And for each and every transmission, either it is data transmission or instruction, your enable pin must be high to low, negative edge triggering. That's it. It's the basic information of your LCD display. 16 row, 2 columns. 16 cross 2 represents 16 row, 2 columns. And each and every letters displayed on LCD, it may be 5 cross 7 or 5 cross 8. This is for each and every letters display on this LCD. Okay. Some information I have provided to you. You can read it later. Next. Some command. Okay. 0F. If you are transmitting 0F, it represents LCD on, cursor blinking, cursor on. 01, clear screen. Similarly, some fixed commands are there. So you can transmit this command to the LCD to perform this particular task. Okay, cursor off, LCD on, some like that. So please remember this command. Next, first LCD initialization process. So they are sending 38 first, and then 0F and 0601. Before writing what to display on your LCD, we have to do some initialization of LCD. 38. What is 38? Use 2 lines and 5 cross 7 matrix. Out of 16 cross 2, we are going to use only 2 lines. And each and every letter will use 5 cross 7 matrix. This is related with the pixels information. We do not require much about that. But whenever you are transmitting 38 to the LCD display, it represents use 2 lines. Out of 16 lines, we are going to use only 2 lines, and each and every letters using 5 cross 7 matrix. Next, 0F. Transmitting 0F. Where is 0F? First, okay. LCD on, cursor blinking. Next, 06. Increment cursor. For each and every letter displayed, increment your cursor. Move on your cursor. Next, 01. Clear screen. Okay. So these are all some basic initialization steps. Usually the programmer used to follow. Okay. So what are the pins of LCD we completed? Some fixed command and equivalent hexadecimal information. Done. Okay. Now how to connect? How to connect our LCD display with the microcontroller? Is it visible to you? Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Somewhat better. Okay. Sure. This I have simulated using Proteus software. So I have directly taken that screenshot of that. Because many textbook follows different configurations, some resistors and all. Nothing is required. So this simple arrangement is sufficient to implement your concept. Okay. Right. So I'm using port 2 for data transmission. The information, whatever, whether it is we are instructing the display to do some work, or we are transmitting some data to display on this LCD, these data lines are used, D0 to D7 of LCD connected with, I'm using port 2. Okay. Next, VSS ground, VDD plus some supply voltage, and VEE will be used for adjusting the contrast of this LCD display. I'm not going to use that, so left as it is. And these three are the important control signal. Already I told you register select. Register select, where I had given register select pin number 6. Pin number 6. P16. P1.6 I have connected to register select. So based on this register select, whether it is 0 or 1, depending on that, we can instruct the LCD for some basics, or we can transmit some data. Next, P15. P15 is connected to RS. Sorry, 5 only connected RS. Yeah, 5 only connected RS. P15. Next, P16. P16, this one. Read write. P16 I have connected to reads last write. And P17, last one, enable. So these three are the important control. Okay. For writing data, P1.6, it should be 0 only to enable write operation. P1.5, if it is 0, what will happen? If it is 1, what will happen? Because register select, already we discussed. 0 meaning instruction, 1 meaning data. 0 meaning instruction. Whenever if you are giving instruction, you have to make this 0. Whenever if you are transmitting some data, that time it should be 1. Next, P17. P17 is enable. You should use 1 to 0 transition. Okay, these three are the important control signal. Remaining are nothing. So this is a way of interfacing a LCD display with the microcontroller. Okay. Next, you'll write the program directly. It's a very simple program. Please follow the program for interfacing whatever we are discussing in the online classes. There's a lot of textbook and reference book uses very complex programs. It's not required. You can use some simple programming techniques. Right. Origin, move A, 38 and A call command. So I have written 3 subroutine. One subroutine for commanding the LCD display to do some basic operation, and one subroutine for transmitting our data, one subroutine for delay for each and every letter display. At last, I have stored some information in the lookup table. Okay. So previously we used some hexadecimal stored in the lookup table. Similarly, we can give like this also: direct byte space, single quotes, whatever you want to display, you put. Okay, we can read one letter, and the corresponding ASCII value of that particular letter will be transmitted through this data line to the display. Okay, so I written the program. First read A, then transmit through this, some delay, read N, transmit to LCD, read I, T, S. At last check 0. Once 0 detected, then stop. So that is the concept of the program. Okay, so this is a lookup table. origin is 000. So I'm just writing the program in this order. So this program will be executed and then next. So whatever the next memory location, that is the starting address of this A. Okay. So 38 A call command. What is 38? Use two lines 5 cross 7 matrix. A call command. Next, move A comma 0E. What is 0E? Cursor blinking. Right. Next, move A comma 01. Clear screen. So only these three I'm using for the initialization. So this is for initialization. A call command. Where is that subroutine? Here is I have written the subroutine for command. Command A call delay. It will call the delay program. This I have written for just generating some delay. There is no specific rules are there. I just loaded FF to R0, FF to R1, decrement R1 completely, and then decrement R0 completely to give some delay. Right. So A comma 38. So whatever loaded information loaded into accumulator, that is sent to P2. So P2 I have connected with the LCD. So this instruction, this 38 command given to LCD display. Okay. So what is P15, P16, P17? P17 for enable, correct? P17 enable. The previous slide we written. P17 enable. P15 data register. 0 for instruction. So commanding, for commanding, for commanding or instruction, P15 must be 0. So P15 0. P15 0. I'm just commanding the LCD. Use two lines in 5 cross 7 matrix for sending this 38. Next, clear P1. So this is for P1.6 equal to 0 for enabling write operation. Next, P1.7. P1.7 I told you should be on first and then off. So set P1.7 and then clear P1.7. Return. Return meaning it will come to next line. Then 0E A call command. Again, we are calling this service, this particular subprogram. And 0E. I'm transmitting 0E. So blinking, cursor blinking off, display on. Next, return. It will go to the next step. A comma 01. 01 meaning clear screen. I'm calling the command clear screen. Okay. So up to this particular step, just I'm giving some instruction to the LCD display. Next, what we have to do? We have to read the data from the lookup table. Okay. The label, the starting address of the lookup table is labeled by string. Okay. Now, so far we have loaded 16-bit data in the DPTR, but this method also allowed. Move DPTR comma hash string. Move DPTR comma hash string. So what is the address? What is the starting address of this lookup table? Meaning in which address location the ASCII value for capital A is saved in the form of hexadecimal. That is the address location. That address loaded into DPTR first. Okay. Next, move A comma 00. Move C A comma @ A plus 00. So 00, whatever the starting address of this lookup table added together, A plus DPTR, that moved to A. Jump on 0. 0 we have written in the last step only. Jump on 0 here. Just it will be checking. that is terminating the program. Okay, but first time this is not true. So next line will be executing a call data, a call data. So move p2 comma a. So what is the value available in a now? The ASCII value for capital A. ASCII value for capital A in the form of hexadecimal that is loaded into P2. Okay. So P15, now P15 should be 1 for transmitting the data. Okay. P16 is 0 for writing the data. And P17 should be high to low and return. So by executing this, capital A ASCII equivalent 8-bit binary that is converted into hexadecimal that is loaded in the accumulator. That accumulated data moved to P2. Through P2 only we have connected these data lines of our LCD. Okay, and then return. And then return. So after executing return instruction, this is the next line. After call instruction, next line is increment DPTR. Now DPTR is incremented by 1. That is capital N address location. A N I T S 0. Like this. This is the first address location. Okay. So this address location initialized with DPTR in this step. Next now, increment DPTR. DPTR is incremented by 1. S jump back. Now this point. DPTR pointing out this location. Okay, I'm incrementing the DPTR. Move A comma 0 0. Now this DPTR value, accumulator value, at the rate accumulator plus DPTR move. So whatever information available in this particular address location, that is moved to accumulator. Capital N, ASCII value representation of capital N. You will get 8-bit binary information. That 8-bit binary information moved to accumulator. Jump on 0 here. No, second letters only we are reading now. A call data, transmitting N. Next, similarly return, increment DPTR. Next, DPTR incremented by 1. That is pointing out address location of where capital I is saved. Repeat the same procedure. Next DPTR incremented and so on. At last, this is 0. This is not a letter, okay? This is 0. 0. Jump on 0 here. How to check jump on 0? In microcontroller instruction, if we return jump on 0, jump to a specific location, jump to the specific location. If accumulator is 0, there is no separate flag bit for 0 in microcontroller. It will check the accumulator content only. If accumulator is 0, go to this particular location. So when accumulator will become 0, if DPTR pointing out this particular location. Okay, jump on 0, stop your program. Here, yes, jump here. You terminate the program. Okay. Simple program, but you should understand the registers and some basic concept of this LCD display and some command. Okay, so P1.5, P1.6, P1.7. These 3 pins are very important because these 3 pins are connected with the control lines of your LCD. Enable must be always high to low. P17. Write operation P16 must be 0 always. Whenever you are instructing or commanding the LCD display, this P15 must be 0. whenever you are transmitting the data, in this example, capital A, N, I, T, S, at last 0. That time you have to make P15S 1 for data transfer. That is what I have written over here. Okay. So one subroutine for your command, one subroutine for your data, one subroutine for your delay. So you have to do carefully. Register select 1 or 0. 1 for data transmission, 0 for commanding your LCD display. So in this subroutine, A call data. Here RS set to be 1. That is, we are transmitting data. Command service routine. Clear P15. RS equal to 0. We are commanding the LCD display. Okay. So any doubt in this particular concepts and program?
Sir, why to produce delay, sir?
It will be overlapping. A, and then the cursor should move next now. For that, we should give some delay. We must give capital A, and then even it may be microsecond, but delay is required for each and every letter display one by one. So in the lookup table, in the previous class, we saved for keypad interfacing some hexadecimal value, right? Or binary equivalent. So like this, you can give binary information, we can give hexadecimal information. Even this kind of usage also allowed. String db, direct byte, some string value. So for your theory examination, this is sufficient. You have to explain LCD and interfacing diagram and program. But same concept available in your lab experiment also. Right? So what to do? We have to use Keel software. This is the program what we discussed. Select your create hex file, target 11.0592 megahertz, it's 8089C51, and then translate, run, rebuild, build, rebuild. Your hex file is generated. That hex file available in objects LCD display. My project name is LCD display. There one folder will be created by default object. In that object, my hex file is there, right? Now will be you going to use that hex file to be downloaded on the microcontroller directly using Proteus software. So I given the connections already. The last class I given demo for you, so please see that. Okay, simple connection, only 2 devices. While creating projects itself, you are selecting your microcontroller, and after that, just click on this part list cap P, then select LM016P. I'll show you part list. To select your display, you have to go for optoelectronic devices, and then select 16x2 LCD display. 16x2 LCD display. This one. 16x2 alphanumeric LCD. Number is LM016L. So select this and place it over here. And make the connection. It is. Where is my project? File, open project. Now it is disturbed. Okay. So you will get like this. Okay. This is your LCD display. I don't know what happened to this. LM016L. Okay. I'll run the program. Otherwise, I'll select this LCD display once again. I'll do it. Okay. VSS ground. Terminal mode. Ground. Okay. Next VDD. Power. Power. Okay, that's it. This for contrast control VEE. I'm not going to use that. Remaining all are same as per the circuit diagram. I'll check first. Double click on that. LCD display hex file already we have generated using Keel software. Just loaded on this. And then just run this button. Okay. It's very simple program only. No need to worry about that. Select this display and make the connection as per the circuit diagram. First pin ground, second pin power supply. So how to select this? There will be an option in left side toolbar, terminal mode. If you click on this terminal mode, you'll get power, grounds and all. I given assignment as ADC DAC converter. That time you are going to use input and outputs and all. Go through the textbook or reference books or internet sources. You try to build your ADC and DAC converter. To perform ADC DAC converter, you should do some groundworks. What are the types of ADC converter? What are the types of DAC converters and all? Then finally you can do that. So this is for LCD display interfacing. So do you have any doubt on this particular topic? Then shortly we will complete the another type of display. 7-segment display. Shall we move to that 7-segment display?
Yes, sir.
Okay, stop simulating. So 7-segment display already we discussed with the help of keypad. Whatever we are typing in the keypad, that is displayed in 7-segment display using common anode. Now we will use common cathode 7-segment display. your 7-segment display will look like this only. Okay, so common cathode meaning all the cathodes are connected to ground. All the cathodes are connected to ground. For anode, you should give logic 1 to display. So this is the arrangement of your 7-segment display. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 8th segment we are not using. Okay, so in this example we should keep 8th binary bit is 0 for all. I'm using common cathode. Common cathode meaning all the cathodes of these 7 LEDs are connected to ground. So to turn on the particular LED, you have to drive the LED by logic high. Logic high meaning LED on. Logic low meaning LED off. Right? I want to display 0. I want to display 0. This is 0. So except G, everything should be turned on. I should write in the reverse order. Actually, the table look like this. I should write in the reverse order. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. One more term, that is always 0 only in common cathode. In common anode configuration, that is always be kept at high state. To display 0, G 0. Remaining all LED should be turned on. Okay. Now convert this 8-bit information into hexadecimal. What is the hexadecimal? To display 0, 3F. So 3FH for displaying 0. Similarly, to display logic 1 or 2, 3, 0 to 9 and then A to F. You find out the value and save it in the lookup table. Save it in the lookup table. So this is my lookup table. In this example, I am defining my lookup table starting address is 400H. In 400H, 3F. In 4001, 06. In 4002, 5B, and so on. Okay, I think 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have written the program to display 0 to 9. Decimal number 0 to 9 only I am going to display. You may extend this up to A to F also. Just adding some more data in the lookup table. Okay. Up to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4009 6FH. Okay. First identify the value to be loaded in the stored in the lookup table first to display 0 to 9. Okay. Next, connect your display. So I am using port 2. Port 2 and also I kept P27 is always 0. So common cathode, it should be grounded. You may connect ground signal or connect with P27. This is also kept at 0 only, no? So common cathode. Cathode of all segments, all LEDs kept at 0 potential. And P20 to P26 connected with 8 segments. Okay, P20 connected to A. That's why I made it A here, least significant bit. P21 connected with P, B, and so on. Okay, remember port 2 I have used. So what I have to do? Already I know to display decimal number 0 to 9, I have identified the binary equivalent and I convert it into hexadecimal and I have stored in a lookup table. Now read your 3F. Load this 3F to accumulator and transmit to P2. Give some delay. And load 0x to accumulator, transmit to P2 and so on. So how many data are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take one register, load the register with the 10 data. Once the 10 steps are completed, and repeat the same procedure. Okay. So starting address of the memory, program 00. 10 information I have stored. So move R1 comma 10. I have not given H and all. So if you are not specifying H, it represents decimal number. Okay. 10 equivalent hexadecimal capital A. The controller will assume capital A by default. 0 to 9, no change. But if you specify 10 meaning, here it is decimal number directly we are giving R1. Starting point of the lookup table address is 400. Initially clear your accumulator or load accumulator with 00. Now we have to read the first data from accumulator using indexed addressing at the rate at A comma DPTR. Accumulator 0, DPTR value 400. So in the 400 location, whatever information available, that is loaded into accumulator. Then that accumulated data moved to P2. Okay. Give some time delay, A call delay, again return, increment your DPTR. Now DPTR pointing out 4001. Decrement your R1 register, decrement R1. Decrement jump on no 0 to back. 10 minus 1, 9. It is a non-zero value. So go back again. Clear your accumulator. Move C A comma at the rate DPTR. That is 4001. So 06 will be moved to accumulator and then transmitter to P2. Call delay, increment your DPTR, decrement your register R1. 9 minus 1, 8. So this process will be repeated again and again. Once all 9 data read from the lookup table, decrement jump on no 0 R1 back. This will be false. So next step will be executed. S jump start. Where is start? Start. Repeat the same procedure. Continuously displaying 0 to 9. Once it is reached 9, again start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay. Between two numbers, I am giving some delay. It's a very simple program.
Sir?
Tell me.
Sir, can we use the same program for common anode, sir?
You
By
can use
changing the dB
value
in
only.
the
Yeah, dB value you can change it, and the circuit diagram we have to what to do? Common cathode
change.
meaning all the cathodes are grounded. Or already P27 is ground only in our example, so I connected with this. If you are using common anode, then your lookup table data will be changing. Then the anode must be connected to plus 5 volt as keypad interfacing. In the keypad interfacing, do you remember? The anode is connected to, here it is not shown. I'll show you now. file, open project. See here. So this is the common anode display. Okay, your all the anode of all LEDs connected together kept at logic high. Okay, now we are going to use common cathode. This is the circuit diagram. Cathodes of all LED connected together and kept it 0. You got the answer.
Yes, sir.
The value to be loaded on the lookup table as well as the circuit diagram. Just only one pin you have to change it. Select 7-segment common cathode from the part list. From the part list, common cathode. S7G common cathode. This one. 7-segment common cathode. This one I have to pick and make the connections. So before that, project 7-segment. So this is the program. Same thing. Select your output hex file, target 11.059. Build it. Check for error. If no error, then only hex file will be generated. Okay. Now we will load. Double click on this. Okay. Then you have to run this on bottom of the toolbar. First symbol runs. So I given some time delay between each numbers. So once it's reached 9, again it will display 0. You may try for 0 to 9 and then A to F also. Just you have to change the counter register value to be 16. Okay. So theory also completed as well as experiment also we are completing simultaneously. Of LCD display, interfacing of 7-segment display. So these experiments also we covered. So DC motor interfacing, stepper motor interfacing is left. ADC, DAC, I given as assignment. You have to perform that. Spend and memory interfacing, that is theory part only. I'll share this material today itself so that you can recollect the information.